Everybody always knows that thing says it's going live, but it is, in fact, already live. Fun to see everyone here on the Lore Reloaded. Check me out at twitch.tv/Lore Reloaded for all the fun games, and twitter.com/Lore Reloaded for all the fun tweets. Definitely, if you have Twitter and you don't mind me being honest and talking about things not Trek, check me out at Twitter. I'm trying to grow that. And as always, we're going to sit here and have just a wee bit of fun. Today, I thought I'd do something different for the streaming day. We're going to be doing a somewhat of a breakdown, I guess. Maybe just casual viewing of a couple of fan films by a fan film or fan company production called No Budget Productions. And let me get this out. Let me say this as soon as we get into it. So, there's a couple of things. First off, when it comes to amateur films, especially fan films, things that you've seen before, like Axanar or other productions, are not the standard. Fan films are generally guys getting together with limited resources and having some fun. So you guys really have to have a little bit of grace when it comes to that. Now, this is the Lore Reloaded, so you break it down how you want, have fun with it, but when it comes to necessarily acting style or the way the graphics are done, I'm not going to be as critical of those. Because again, things like Axanar, that's barely fan film to me, if I'm being honest. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I'm just saying that's professionals with lots of money putting something fantastic together. You know, I'm not denigrating. I'm just saying that is not necessarily the norm, you know? What's going on? We got 47 Yorktown. The cat will be here shortly, though one of them I don't think is feeling well. I'm kind of worried about him. We also got Rami. Hope you're doing well. I don't have any hangover because I haven't been drinking. I can't drink. I get really, really sick when I do. Nothing like a day off with a Lore live stream. Hey, I did it for you, buddy. I did it for you. Constitution versus Borg seems okay since they were just sending a bloody Oberth against a Borg Cube. Yeah, it does. So we're going to be taking a look at this. This is from No Budget. Wow. No Budget Productions. This is going to be the first video. Definitely feel free to give what you guys think or what you want to see, but again, I think it's worth having a little bit of grace. Here, I'm just going to put it right here. Boom. All right. Also, let me know if you're interested in this. We'll check sound real quick, and then we'll just get into it. Whoop. God, I hope that music is not. I didn't take about that. I hope that music is not copyright. How you guys like that? Was that music okay? Was the sound okay? Oh, we're getting Philly cheesesteaks. There will be Philly cheesesteaks. In fact, I have an inkling that the person is watching who's going to be sending me one. Budget, Brexit. Yeah, that's what we're doing. This is actually all an allegory for Brexit. Constitution versus Borg Cube. Question is, which one is the Borg Cube and which one's the Constitution? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at it. Was the sound okay? Nobody's telling me about the sound. The sound is okay. Thank you, Rami. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you guys want to see a cat in a box? Because I can bring you a cat in
No,
a box.
don't do that, baby. I don't want to.
I'm going to bring you the cat in the box.
Hey.
What?
Don't do that, baby.
When?
Sound was a little hot on the video, but not terrible. I'll bring it down just a little bit. All right. It's a little hot on my side, too. Interesting choice for Star Trek, but hey, let's go with it.
Computer. Time.
2 hours, 9 minutes.
something interesting. I'll come back. By the way, let me know if these interruptions get too annoying. But you see what is the window back here? It took me a second to realize that that's actually cloth. I actually like the way he did that. It makes it look like it's I mean, it's obviously not an actual window, but it does make it look like it's impressed down. Like they have a little cut there and there's like a star map in the background or something like that. It's actually just cloth layered over itself, which gives a good effect. It's important to point out good effects, in my opinion.
2 hours, 9 minutes.
Bernard Russo.
Go ahead.
Have visual?
We're a little busy down here. How much time do we have?
2 hours.
She'll be ready. Transporters
He
are
lied. They just said 2 hours, 9 minutes. Lied.
operational. Marlette and Mikkel are beaming the civilians on board. Are you sure this is a good idea?
The ship? Or the fleet gathering to fight the Borg?
Both. Do you think we'll stop them?
If we can't, we need to get out of here.
Like I said, she'll be ready.
What systems are the worst off?
Given what we have to work with, we won't actually know until we're underway, and that won't be until the battle's begun. We'll either have full power or fry half the systems.
Have you tried to optimize the field matrix as you reinstall the warp core?
Already done.
All right, so Rock Solid, you brought up a good question. Wait. So this is on a Constitution class ship, and they have TNG era uniforms. One of two things is happening here, in my opinion. Either this is the Constitution ship that was destroyed at Wolf 359, and that's what they're doing. They're just doing the story of the Constitution that was there, because there was. If you look at the debris, there was a Constitution class vessel there. Or this is a new story during the TNG period. That said, everything leads me to believe that this was the Constitution destroyed at Wolf 359. They're in the Worf system. They're at Starbase Orchard. Let me know if the background noise is too much.
What systems have been most affected if the systems are fried?
Communications will be hit the most, so that'll have to be fixed on the fly. We have no weapons. The engines will likely stall from lack of power.
Why is this ship going?
Alright. Can you reroute engine-powered weapons?
Possibly, but I wouldn't recommend that. You'd be flooding those decks with radiation. Anyone in those sections would be killed instantly.
Let's hope we don't get to that point.
I agree.
When the time comes, tell Nancy I want her in command of engineering. You take comm on the bridge. I'll work with Kelmer at the engineering station.
What?
If the comm systems are touch and go, I need you at that station to work on the fly. I'll be at the engineering station, working with Nancy down there.
Permission to speak freely.
This isn't the time, Timoteo.
The hell it isn't. You handpicked me to lead this engineering team because of my familiarity with all of this old tech.
Isn't he an ensign? Or is that his... I could be enlisted, I guess. Though, technically... I don't know at this time if they had enlisted officers yet or not. I don't think so. Gaff, sir. Gaff.
You and I both know that Nancy isn't ready to command engineering. And frankly, you're the captain. You belong in the center seat. I should take engineering. Nancy can handle comms. And Kelman needs to be at damage control. I can reroute environmental systems to her station.
You have your orders, men are out.
Okay. Well, that's a bad day. Alright, so I don't think it's Wolf 359. That was the first part. We're going to see the next part in a second. I think this is a after credits scene. Let's see. that lighting, though. Not that I can say anything. Look at my lighting. All right, so that was the first one, which kind of sets it up. I haven't seen these. I do know that it goes one after the other. So we'll have to see what's going on. At least I think it does. If it doesn't, that's going to suck. Overall, I think it does well for what it is, right? It's a fan film that's trying to set up something. So, you guys want to take a look? We want to move forward, see what the next one's all about, and go for it. Look at the beards. They're not Vulcan. They're clearly TOS-era Klingons. That's true. That's true. They are. We just saw Klingons in charge of a Constitution. Yeah, my lighting. I forgot to set my lighting up, actually. So I only got one light coming right here, and it's just blasting. I need to have the back two over here. I never do well with lighting, though, so I can't see anything. Lighting from space. All right, we ready to begin the next one? Let me know what you guys think of, like, doing these watching fan films or watching films, because I'm thinking about trying that a little bit with these daily live streams that I'm doing. If it works, great. If it doesn't, you know, it is what it is. This is the next one. I will go ahead and put it in here for you guys if you want to follow along. I can't do that right there because... There we go. I can do it right there, though. So it is a Constitution class updated with TNG and Nemesis era tech. I don't understand the reasoning for that yet. So let's address that real quick. At first, I was a little iffy on that as well. I got to be completely honest. I didn't know how I felt about that. There's a couple things you have to give, though. Again, the production may not have access to modern TNG DS9 era sets. So they have to go with what they have available. Next, we do know that they use Miranda-class ships, and we do know that there was at least a Constitution-class ship at the Battle of Wolf 359. So the question is... Or really, well, you know, the other thing is, I guess, is he was having issues with the ship, so it's possible that they were bringing it out of mothballs. This story, actually, when you break it down, isn't as bad as it seems, because we don't really know why they're in a Constitution-class ship. But it's the Borg, and we know that Starfleet throws everything they got at the Borg. Also, the ship was having issues. Their weapons weren't working. The engines were down. So it's possible that this was a mothballed ship, or a ship they were using for parts, that they're trying to just get working so they can get people away or so that they can fight the Borg. So breaking it down or taking a look at it, it could be a museum. They could be going Battlestar Galactica on it. Someone pointed that out too. This could be a ship that was at a space dock or at a space yard where people could go and see what it used to be. Now they need something to fight with, and this is the only thing available. So again, the actual justification, I'm watching you guys comment, which is to my right here. The plot isn't as horrific as it seems. There should have been some dialogue to that. Maybe we'll see it in what's coming up. They definitely should have addressed that, but there could be reasoning for it. Well, you do know the first episode of the original series was made of cardboard and Christmas lights, right? That's true. That's true. All right, here we go. Up, here we go. I mean, you guys could always talk. Just be a little quiet, okay? Love you. Did you know you're beautiful? Okay. As long as you know that. Alright, we ain't doing that music all the time. Oh, good. I didn't want to make any money off this video. That music is definitively copyright. Even if they adjusted it. I don't care about your opinion on the graphics, by the way. I'm just going to put this out there. They're working with what they got. Unless I did a fundraiser getting money from everyone off of my YouTube channel, I couldn't do any better. I can guarantee you that if I did a fan film and I had to fund it myself, all of the visual shots would either be from Commander Cox, who I just begged and is doing it pro bono, or they would be from Star Trek Online. Unless you guys funded it.
Most of these power systems are fried.
Most of the civilians are now on board.
Release stocking clamps. Get us out of here.
Understood.
She's pretty relaxed for the situation. I'll say that. Class under fire. There's a Borg Cube coming. You're in a Constitution class, and you're like, all right, well, we'll just be getting us out of here. Just a normal day in the neighborhood, boys. Wits of iron on that one. I'll give you that. Though I don't think that's a Constitution class. Wonder what
The
that is.
weapons are not responding. I have shields though.
That shaky
Better than
cam.
I'd expected for a museum piece. I'm
There it
rerouting
is.
weapons.
So there it is. So they explain it in the second film. So this is actually a museum. It was something people would come and take a look at. So it's explained. Boom. See, we just gotta watch, people.
Weapons to engines.
Well, that'd be scary as hell. Look at the top left. I'm sorry. The, oh, that's, oh, what the hell is that? That is not the correct era. Oh, hell, that ship in the top left. It's that stupid, dumb ship that I hate. It's only, like, 10, it's only a rung below the Overth. I forget what it's called. Oh, my God.
Sir, casualty reports are coming in from all decks.
Come about to course 148003.
Sir,
While I stare at my blank screens.
the intruder. They're leaving the system.
Hey, baby. I'm doing something. You want to say hi real quick, and then I gotta get this done.
Hello.
All right, go play with it.
Now I will hug this screen. I can't touch it.
Oh no.
On screen.
You said there was an intruder?
Let me talk to you.
Right,
What did he just say?
right.
Attention all hands.
Well, that's not a bad green screen effect right there. Sorry, if you guys don't want me to point out stuff that's happening from a filmmaking's perspective, but that guy right there and everything is actually green screened. You can tell because they weren't able to layer out. You can actually layer that out with Adobe After Effects, but that takes a long time and it's very annoying. And there may not be a good return on adjustments. But he's actually green screen. Dude is not actually behind there. I like that. That's kind of cool.
The invader that attacked this system is gone. For the moment, we're safe.
So the Borg left.
Find everybody that needs help and help them. Make that your top priority. Then get the systems online and operational.
Who the hell are the people in the
I know
background?
we're scared. But hope can be a very powerful thing. Let's not lose hope. Menard out.
I'm not a fan of speeches, I'll be honest with you. Okay, so it's setting up a story. I don't hate the way the story is going, necessarily. The story itself, or the plot itself, is intriguing to me. There are a couple things here and there, but for the most part. What are you guys thinking? Should we continue on? Should we continue breaking this down? I think the grainy one on the right is Luke Skywalker. I don't think that was Luke Skywalker. are any systems working? I think they had the engines working. I think that's the only thing. The blonde girl is Sulu Station. Oh, okay. He's actually there. It's just green screening around his head because he's there. You have to cut out for the monitor. I don't think the dude's there. I think it's too flat. If we take a look at it, I mean, we can take a look at it later, Rami. I don't know that y'all are interested in this. If you are, we can continue looking at it. But when you look at this, and I could be wrong, but maybe you're right. You know, I think you are right, actually. Huh. But why would they green screen up here? I understand that they may want to change it, but those images don't make any sense then. I think you may be right because you look right here how the shadow comes from the camera angle that's hit a little bit. The camera, not the camera angles, the lighting. They need backlights like crazy. But why this image then? I can understand wanting to change it or put something there, but I don't know. What they should have done, in my opinion, again, this is a lot harder than it works, but in my opinion, you see all these black panels? I would put green cloth on every one of these black panels, and I would have green screened something in. If I couldn't work with anything, and I had to have these black panels, I couldn't put computers or anything in there, or screens, not computers. But it's a lot harder than it looks, guys. You have to give a ton of grace in this. If you think it's easy, you've just never done this before. That's all that means. The next one is 32 minutes. This is going to be the big one. All right, so let me know. I wasn't looking. Should we keep watching? Yeah, there is a huge delay. I'm not 100% sure what the delay is on my side. I'm sorry. I want to use Twitch, but none of y'all come to Twitch. JJF MFDL, why are they in TNG uniforms? Because it's in the TNG era. The Borg are attacking. They didn't have a ship to get away. We don't know why. They're using a literal museum. That's why.
I'm the cat in the box.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to take one of our cats and put them in the box. And I was like, that's not going to end well for anybody. Nobody's going to enjoy that. All right, go play, babe. Go have fun.
Okay, the box breaks.
She just broke the box. They weren't very experienced. The camera isn't moving. Only the character. I've done this before. It would have been easier to keep them as black.
This is Dad's Christmas present.
Yeah, she got me this as a Christmas present. All right. We're actually doing a review, okay? I love you.
Okay.
You don't care? I could have green screened in Windows 98 blue screens. You should have. Oh, man. It's hilarious. So I was doing a Battlestar Galactica breakdown. I actually show this in the Battlestar Galactica breakdown. And they're on one of the Cylon ships. And in the background, they have the different TV stations that's supposed to look like it's an actual console or whatever. And on one of them, they missed it. And there's a Windows 95 exception error right in the middle. So you see what is basically their image that they're just playing on repeat with. That. It's hilarious, man. I'll try to go back and find that for you guys. All right. All right, here we go. What am I doing? Doing this. All right, here we are. I'll keep watching. Whoop. So I think they're searching around the Constitution vessel ship, and they're trying to find people who need help.
Mark, stop! Don't let them touch you!
That light.
Step back!
The lady told you to stay back.
All right. I feel like they probably could have got a shield blocking After Effect image there. But if I couldn't do it, I don't know how I'd probably do it off screen. I probably wouldn't do that effect. I'd probably do it off screen that it didn't work, though that wouldn't have looked good either. Anyway, the lady said stay.
It's useless. He adapted.
This is the Constar. Prepare for transport.
Acknowledge, Captain. Do it quick. We're gonna be assimilated.
Hurry up.
That's what I would have done with the blocking thing. Because they cut to him, so they didn't show the effect. That's what I would have done. But again, a beaming effect actually isn't that hard. I've been looking into it because I got some things coming up for you guys. Of course, I don't know when this was made either. It was uploaded December 7th, 2019, but they didn't make it that day. They haven't made it recently, I don't think. Yeah, I can't say shield. I get it. It's understood. Because of where I live and everything and the way I was raised, I can't say shield, filled, guild, milled, sealed, build, willed, whatever you want me to say. I cannot say it. I understand. Thank you. Thank you for everybody in the comments for telling me that. Yes, I don't know how to say it. You got it. You nailed it. I understand. Thank you. I got the concept. I appreciate that. Thank you for pointing something out about me that is a flaw. That never happens on the internet. Please continue to do that. Thank you.
Military log. Combat date.
Military log combat date. Reuse of them. See, we're going full on... what is it? Not insurrection, no. Generations here. We're using footage.
44001.3. After a complete communications blackout from Starfleet, the Constar has declared a complete state of emergency.
On itself?
After repairing what vital systems we could.
Oh my god. I do so much audio editing, I can't help but notice when they don't cut out the breathing.
To the ship.
Did you hear that? And he continued on.
We've gathered as many people as we could from the wreckages of these damaged ships. No one seems to have...
Oh, look at that. They actually updated and stuff. I like that. So we're moving forward. You know what they could have done? And I think maybe that's where they're going with it. And I'm sorry if I'm interrupting. But maybe the black panels and stuff were meant to signify that it's not working, that the ship was down. But if they were going to do that, they should have went the way the original series went, which was to show static. I think that would have more got the point across, because it was confusing in the one before. But I see what it is now that it's working. Are those placemats? No, I think those are iPads or something. Look at that light square right there, man. Again, I don't know that I would be able to do better. I suck at lighting. I have studied lighting so much. That's how I know what doesn't work. I just don't know how to make something work. Let me know if
gathered as many people as we could.
Let me know if interruptions are annoying you. They shoot images. So this is interesting. Sci-Fi Nation. No Budget Productions was played on Axnar Comics last night. 1 second, please. Interview is upcoming. They shoot footage on cell phones and edit a lot in post-production. For it being shot on cell phones, that's real impressive. I'll say that. If they're doing it on a cell phone, that's impressive. Well, all right.
Barry wants to make you subscribe so we can eat and not live under a bridge.
That's true.
I want you to subscribe, please.
If they don't subscribe, we don't eat. All right, go play this. I really got to get this done, okay? I love you. You want to say hi too?
You never missed a video. You never missed a video. Get it?
Never miss a video. Get it?
Yes. Never.
By the way, did I get a... I didn't. All right, let's do this. Actually, if you take vocal lessons, you are taught to not make that breathing sound, for it means you are taking in too much air. Usually I breathe through my... Well, when I do it, I usually breathe through my nose and try to get at least an entire paragraph. So... And then if I have to do it in the middle, I try to breathe through my nose. It doesn't come out as much. All right, let's continue.
the wreckages of these damaged ships.
That's a hell of
no
a
one seems to
camera.
have any information on the Borg or what's happened to Earth.
So the ship was down. They really should have done the
As I look at all these people,
static.
their experiences.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to go through this again. I'm not as I don't know where I was going with it. They really should have done static on before, because this I think looks really good, really good for a fan film, and I think it would have come across more. And I'm not impressed with the dialogue. I'm just not. That's personal taste. Thank you so much for helping out, Bird of Prey.
I know they'll be needed in the days ahead. Without knowing anything from Starfleet, it's hard to know what these people are walking on.
Sorry, that headband does not seem TNG era. I mean, it's fine, but it just doesn't seem TNG era.
Into a safe haven or a death trap. In all of my experience, I've never seen devastation like this before. I think that's safe to say with most of us here. I think we all feel ill-equipped. I don't think any of us really know how to go forward. I think one question remains on our minds. What if there's no Starfleet? What if Earth is gone? What if we're all that's left?
Must have been Casual Friday on the shit. Again, I mean, let me ask you guys this, and be honest. Don't be mean. Don't be cruel or anything. But what are your thoughts on this dialogue? I am not impressed with the dialogue. I mean, it's fine. We all have our points or things we enjoy, so there's nothing wrong with it, right? But I'm just curious about your guys' opinion on that. I'm also seeing if I can work with the... I don't think there's any delay on my side. Let me check my settings real quick, because it seems like there's a larger delay than usual, but I don't have anything set on my side for any kind of delay.
What next?
Report, Lieutenant.
The Bremerton crew is safely on board, but I'm picking up a signal from a pod.
It's from the USS Calvary.
Set a course.
Bad audio. Let me turn that up a little bit.
Hi, sir.
Let them know we're on our way.
Ship-to-ship communications are still out, sir.
Let's see here. Reroute power through the Odeon matrix. Aye, sir.
Wait, those systems are not compatible with the new upgrades.
I like that he has that they're wearing actual weapons.
Trust me. I know.
Oh, it's the Voyager. Did you hear? You guys hear that? Sorry, I'm talking during this. Did you guys hear that? It's the Voyager issue. Listen.
Let's see here. Reroute power through the Odeon matrix. Aye, sir.
Wait, those systems are not compatible with the new upgrades.
Trust me. I know these old ships. Helm, set a course for the Calvary's escape pods.
Hi, sir.
Actually, this has a lot more. They have a lot more excuse for energy not being able to be transferred. Thank you so much, Yosef. I hate you when it comes to makeup. But I will put it towards makeup. You guys want me to do a fan film or a makeup lore breakdown of Shane Dawson? I'll do it. The Constitution may not be able to use the type of power that they generally did for the newer vessels, especially with the upgraded warp cores and stuff. So that I can kind of understand. Voyager made no sense. Like the holodeck ran on separate power. How the hell does that? Doesn't even make sense. So that is a point. They move really stiff and they show a little emotion on their faces. I agree, but I don't think most of these people are actors. I think these are probably friends or family members, especially the older actresses. So I'm not letting that impact. And you know, if Michael Burnham can get away with some of the stuff she does, and that's bad directing, Michael Burnham, because that actress is not only beautiful, but man, can she act. She was given bad direction on that. If that wooden stiff display she gives us, then I think fan films are fine.
Younger Bridge. Comms must be out.
Way he moves.
Are you okay?
The captain needs your help.
What's your name?
Dixie.
Okay, Dixie. What seems to be going on?
I don't feel so well. It's so hot. I'm overheating.
There's no reason they should be in 23rd century garb, but we'll let that go. Them boots too. Them Tal Shiar, Rayon Suv boots.
Chilly in here. What else?
I'm seeing spots. Red spots.
At the corners of your eyes?
When I move my eyes, they move with me.
Underarm radiation.
We need to get her some help.
Yeah, we do. We're going to find a Type 1 force field location. Anything with a quarantine field that can be automatically erected.
Several sections over.
I can make it.
Man, these Romulans are... I'm assuming these are Romulans. These Romulans are really, really open to Federation assistance.
Sure? Okay, let's move out. All right, everyone. Let's go.
All right, so part of this is they're going around saving ships, so I assume Romulans are a part of that. I get. So that's fine. The other thing is a lot of people are going to get upset about the contemporary clothing that they're wearing. But to be honest, the clothing has always been horrific when it comes to TNG and even DS9. Civilians always wear like browns and greens. You can go to your local Kohl's and buy that, but that is like, what, $40 to $100 per actor you want to use for something that doesn't have a huge return on investment. I'm not going to get too upset about the more modern clothing. I understand if it takes you out. I think it's hilarious they're still wearing... I understand why, because we probably don't have earpieces for the Romulans. But I think it's hilarious they're still wearing their thing. Also, they weren't being watched by Starfleet officers.
Who's in charge here?
I have no idea. I'm being...
Morgan Gray, now I'm totally confused. They're at Wolf 359. I don't think they're at Wolf 359. We don't know. We know they're running from the Borg. We know they can't contact Earth. We know every ship they're coming across is destroyed. Beyond that, we don't have a lot of information.
Too easy helping people.
Guess that leaves me. The comms are out.
What?
Where's computer access?
There's one right over there.
I'm going to erect a security field around sickbay to protect us from the radiation.
And knowledge.
Just the sick bay. We're not going to be worried about the other ship. Screw the other ship. Sick bay, perfectly safe. Screw the rest of the ship.
ETA to the pod, 5 minutes.
Sir, I'm not sure what's going on here, but
I'll come over, take a look.
Sorry, sir. Security is my specialty. You can kill someone.
It's okay.
Mr. Russo, are your comms working okay?
Comm traffic appears normal. Why? What's going on?
Comm traffic appears normal. They don't have... Just a couple of scenes ago, they were having issues actually with ship-to-ship communications. To my knowledge, they never even fixed that. But comms sound normal?
Nothing. I've got this.
Let me take a look.
Chief Engineer, is there a problem with comms? No. What's going on? Nothing. I'm going to take care of it. Why are you even going to talk to your chief engineer if you're not going to let him fix it? I mean, I know he, you know, has an actual specialty in engineering and can fix technical things, but screw him, right? You're the one in command.
This is exactly what I was telling you about. We need to evacuate all personnel to the hangar deck and Type 1 offices.
Radiation?
The ODN couldn't... You're not familiar with these upgrades. This isn't about it. The cons are out. Do not bring anyone else on board or they'll be walking into a death trap.
Miss Bartley, set a course far enough from the debris that we can dispose of the radiation.
Captain, I think I can get one quick signal off, maybe just an EM burst, but after that the comms will be fried.
Mr. Rogers, alert the crew.
That's an interesting concept, though. So they're the only ship available. They're using a museum to try to save people. It was literally a museum that they got back to working. People are dying and being assimilated on disabled ships, and they have a choice. They can beam them over to save them, get them off the derelict ships, and expose them to radiation, or they can leave them to their fate, which may or may not be better. See, that's my thing. That's what I like about fan films, is that they really give interesting concepts when you break them down. Again, there may have been better ways to write the story to make it more clear, but I think that's an interesting conundrum. Pause on her. Oh yeah, look at them boots. Dim fun boots. So they figured out that a Constitution starship is a death trap. Yes.
First, but after that the comms will be fried.
Mr. Rogers, alert the crew to radiation protocol.
Aye, sir.
And that's right.
That's it.
That's another point. The communications, they shouldn't sound normal. They should be hearing nothing or screams of agony, one or the other. So normal is relative there, right? So they send off a burst, probably saying you guys are screwed.
I'm going to go take care of this problem the way it needs to be done.
Captain, during the
All right, let me say this, and I mean this. I like these actors. I think they're doing fine. Again, you got to take it that you're not watching you're not watching Anson Mount or anything like that. So you have to. But sometimes it is funny. It's like, all right, so people are dying. There's radiation. I'm going to take care of this issue. You know, instead of rushing to go, it's like I'm just gonna get up and walk. You know, it's one of those things. I get it. So, and no budget productions, because I know you're gonna watch this. Don't take that negative. And if any of the actors, I really like you guys, so please don't take that negative either. It's just we all have. I have my first. If you're a patron or you're a member, you'll see my first movie I ever did for my finals. For my sophomore year in school, and it's so bad. It's worse than this. So I get it, but they're using a phone. They do need a better microphone. They need to get some, because you can actually buy stuff for your phone, so you can actually record better. This is actually really good for a phone if that's what they used.
I'm going to go take care of this problem the way it needs.
Use the force.
The force.
I want to. What? Can the people see us right now?
Yeah, babe, but we're doing something. What's up?
I can use the force.
All right, go play, baby.
Captain, during the comm burst, we received a signal from the pod.
Let's hear it.
This is the escape pod from the USS Calvary. There was an attack.
I didn't think she was going to finish. I thought she was going to be like, this is the escape pod, and then just continue on. But they gave it to the cavalry.
This is the escape pod from the USS Calvary. There was an attack at Wolf 359.
So this was Wolf
This
359.
is Commander Anita Wright. The only people left alive are myself and my son and husband. We haven't eaten in days, and life support is failing. We are requesting your assistance. Please. What? Wait! Where are you going? You've got to help us! Come back! Oh my God!
I'm sorry, this sounds... I'm sorry, this sounds like a me problem. You know, you're saying that you're starving, but it sounds like there are 3 of you, and really only 2 need to survive. I'm told that younger humans are quite delicious. Good luck.
You're just gonna leave us to die like this out here? Come back!
Dim evolved humans.
I hope they can forgive us one day.
They're going to be dead. They're going to die. So they're not going to ever be able to forgive you. On the bright side, they're not going to hold a grudge because you just killed them.
What are you doing?
We've got to fix this relay. It's leaking radiation.
You tracked it down to this?
I had the time.
Why aren't you with the crew?
They're in sickbay. I figured I could find the leak.
Are you an engineer?
I know a little.
Enough to be dangerous?
Only to myself.
I'm dealing with this thing that's leaking radiation that's killing everyone. I know enough to be dangerous only to myself, but I'm messing with something that if it's leaking right now and that's killing it. If I do it wrong and it completely ruptures, that completely kills everybody. But it's only to myself.
It looks like it could have been much worse.
So it's fixable?
Actually, it's a good thing you were here. Or I would have spent a very long time looking for the problem.
Maybe I'm the good luck charm.
I think we could all use some these days.
Has there been any word from Starfleet?
Are you Starfleet?
No. I always wanted to be, but never quite had the opportunity.
No. No word.
Okay, again, I'm going to try not to break down because I've been pretty critical and I should stop that. But it's like, has there been any word from Starfleet? Well, are you Starfleet? No, I'm not. Oh, well, then we haven't had any word from Starfleet. Okay.
So what happens if we're all that's left?
That's a good point right there, Lego My Ego. No, I think it was you. Someone just said, I missed. They're sitting at point 0, at ground 0 of the radiation leak. That's true. They're sitting here having a conversation around the thing that's killing everybody. I sense a kiss coming up. Oh, dude, that would make it better. Honestly, I'd be okay with that. That'd be awesome. That framing. Why are we sad? Hold on.
Sorry. No word.
So what happens if we're all that's left?
We both look. We start our own civilization. We go off into the world. I think we'll call it Battlestar Trek Galactica.
What if we are all that is left?
Well, if the fleet is any indication.
I have heard that Earth has no defenses.
Certainly the Klingons sense something.
What about the Romulans?
That's true. That's true about Earth not having defenses. Space talk, maybe.
While we were evacuating, I watched the fleet battle. The Borg ran through the ships like they were nothing.
Who would have thought that would ever happen?
And Captain Picard turned into one of them.
I can't imagine that. What that must be like.
I think, let me say this, I think that's a misstep from a storytelling. If I was doing this and I was writing it, I wouldn't have them say, oh man, he turned into one of them. What's that like? I would have them go Cisco and be pissed. Can you believe that Picard let them do that to him? That he became the enemy? I'd have them pretty angry about that myself.
What if that happens to us? To Earth?
There are always dark times in history, but it's our jobs to be beacons of light in these dark times.
Let's be beacons of life. Right after we left a mother and her child and her husband to die. I mean, I get where they were going with that. That would have been interesting. They should have expanded that, honestly. I would have cut a couple of other... I would have shortened the last scene with the engineer and random guy 678 and shortened a couple of the other things and then had an expansion where they're debating and deciding if they're going to go save the people. You know, I think that would have been... But again, it's not bad the way they went. That's just me personally.
I don't have all of the answers, but we will get through it together. We have a job to do.
They should be confused and have only heard rumors. I think it was... I think it was actually... it feels like they knew Picard had been taken over. Maybe rumors. I don't know. I thought that was common knowledge.
Incoming delayed transmission.
The hell is... Okay. Okay.
What would you do, Jack?
The hell's a Jack?
You always had all the answers. You were the type of leader that these people needed. Not me. What would you do? Computer.
90s TV porn. Scrambled.
Play Bishop Log. Starbase S. File.
That's an interesting way to say that line.
Again.
My friends, my family, as we look to the unknown future, fearful the division that has threatened to tear us apart, it's always been the glue that has held us together.
Why do I get an Axonar feel from this?
We travel together. We defend together. We love together.
I'd agree. They need an editor that needs to run this through either Adobe Pro or After Effects. After Effects would be the best, but that'd take a lot longer. They wouldn't. A lot of the issue is the lighting that they're using, but you could take some of this away and mask some of this in post. It'd just be a lot more work.
We are many different races, but we are all one people. If there's one thing I implore all as we go on this journey ahead, do not give up on the ideals of the United Federation of Planets.
I think this is supposed to be in the past. He's looking at something, trying to get inspiration. This is the dude who's talking was probably talking during the Starfleet Klingon War, or perhaps couldn't have been the United Earth and Romulan War. Probably the Starfleet Klingon War is where he's getting that from.
No matter how shaky the ground is, never give up hope. Because with hope, the future is always foreseeable.
With hope, the future is always foreseeable. Okay.
Bishop out.
So is he Bishop out? Is he sending a message or is he talking to people? Because you can see in the background there are people there.
Yeah. That's the type of delivery that they need.
Trying to figure out what the back is supposed to be here. I mean, I'm not... Sorry. I know I'm interrupting during dialogue. And again, the dialogue just isn't working for me, so I'm looking at other stuff. If you like the dialogue, that's great. Just for me. Is that supposed to be a console back there? What are they doing with that? I mean, it's not breaking fourth wall, but I just don't know what they want to make it, you know?
I know what I have to do.
You have to go to Archer Arena and do a
Russell's
speech?
Right. Just don't know how to fix the extraction of this radiation.
Well, then maybe you should sit in that damn chair and let me do my job.
Fix the problem?
I've sorted the leak, now to stave off the flood.
And who are these people?
A doctor to help with the radiation.
What's up, No Budget? Yeah, man. I sent you a message. We've been watching it for about an hour now. We've been going through them.
Poisoning. My new junior psychic, well, I'm going to need some help. And, well, this guy helped save a bunch of people down on Deck 7 from radiation exposure.
I have a question for you, No Budget. No, I get that it's cardboard and that it's... So my question for you, going back to that scene, hope you guys don't mind. No, I recognize cardboard and duct tape when I see it. No, what in universe is that supposed to be? Is it supposed to be like a console? You know what I'm saying? Is it, or are they supposed to be... In universe, what is that in the background? You see what I'm saying? By the way, guys, we've been sharing it. Hopefully you've gotten some subs from it. Way right there. And I'll say this, I'm not sure how long you've been here, but we have been breaking it down and the various parts we like and stuff, but I've been encouraging people to go there, as well as one of the cool things, you did all of this on a phone? That's crazy to me. I think it's really good quality for a phone. And I didn't miss, if you gave an answer for that, I was just curious. I'm assuming they're just consoles. Yeah, we've been talking about the boots. Just a backboard, LOI, nothing in universe, just didn't want to... Got you. I mean, okay, I was just asking. Yeah, so No Budget Productions, you know what my channel's about. You've watched it. It's all about lore, so...
Well, not much use unless you need a diplomat.
I helped save a bunch of people.
Fix the problem?
I've sorted the leak, now to stave off the flood.
And who are these people?
A doctor to help with the radiation poisoning. My new junior psychic, well, I'm going to need some help. And, well, this guy helped save a bunch of people down on Deck 7 from radiation exposure.
They should have gave him a fill commission. Not sidekick. Should have gave him a fill commission. I think that would have been cool.
Didn't make sense to leave him down there by himself.
Well, not much use unless you need a diplomat.
These days, good people are always hard to come by. Gentlemen, take a station.
No budget. I told you about this before, man. And I've stated this. I actually like where they're going. Again, it's an amateur production, so we got to take that into it. But for the most part, it's enjoyable. We do have some fun with it, so I think you're okay with it. Talking with you, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't think you'd be okay with knowing the style. Gotta love them diplomats.
Let's get this over with, Mr. Russo. You get on your mark.
Mr. Ruiz, accelerate the CEI matrix.
When and where?
On my mark in...
Where you the console right in front of you that I just pointed at. That's where we're going.
Now.
Here's a question for you, No Budget. Where'd you get these graphics from? I told him beforehand, something you got to take into account. Because if I was doing it, and I didn't rely on fan funding or Rami for my graphics, it would all be coming from Star Trek Online. I'm just going to be legit. Where did you get your graphics from, or where'd you use them? If you don't mind asking.
Now we need a 10-second prep for the S5
No one will ever see. See, this is why I like no budget productions. Plus, with this guideline, CBS will never sue anyone that looks like this. It's not bad, man. For an amateur thing, I think this is actually pretty good. I think this is better in the amateur productions. I said it at the beginning, and you weren't here at the beginning, and that's fine. Axanar, that is barely fan film. That is professional. The other one that does the original series, I forget, that's barely fan film. You know? This is true fan film. This is true nitty-gritty. The other stuff is professionals that aren't related to CBS. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Axanar is wonderfully made. I love it. I also like the original series. But this is real fan film. Fan funding for Rami, yeah.
Generator. Ready? Now flood the cells.
Roger.
Helm. Maintain distance from the other debris. Even small portions could ignite the sector if not dealt with properly.
Aye, sir.
Michael, how are we doing?
I think we're good.
You can't be 100% certain because we're in the debris field.
Then, Mr. Russo, on my mark, begin.
Now.
Starting now.
Again,
radiation is returning to normal.
I don't know if that's a different actress right there, but I do love the front console actresses, especially the one in Sulu's spot. Whoever is ever put there is just always chill. She has no problems at all. When they were being chased by the Borg, it's like, let's just get away from them. We're getting rid of radiation because everyone on the ship is dying. Hey, man, I got a job to do. Ain't nothing going to hurt my Friday. I love how chill the front officers are.
I think we're good to go.
You think? It's hardly what I want to hear from my chief engineer.
I'll remember that next time we get tested.
Miss Mickle, see if you can find that pod that we had to leave behind. And try to reestablish it.
Captain, we have an incoming communication. Sir, it's Starfleet Command.
Okay, I don't remember them saying they restored communications. I'm assuming they did. I don't remember that. Have you watched the Avalon universe yet? I have not, no. See you later, Lee.
To any Starfleet vessel, we've experienced a communications blackout recently, but the Borg threat has been neutralized. Earth is safe.
Open a channel.
Okay.
This is Captain Menard of the USS Constar. Reporting in.
Reporting into a general message. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I know Alec too. We've done a couple of things together. Again, I'm not putting Alec down. I'm just saying this is fan film. The other one's not. Yeah, I've seen Avalon Universe then. I've seen what Cox has done.
Admiral.
Ah, the great room of flags. Well known at Starfleet headquarters.
How does it feel to be a hero of this sector?
Is that what they're saying?
Some are calling the Constar a symbol of hope for this system.
We didn't do anything the Crusader or the Valiant wouldn't have done back in the day. We didn't do anything special.
Tell that to the lives you impacted.
What is the ship in the left hand? Oh, you're talking about the statue?
What makes you make the call today, Admiral?
A long time ago, I promised Bishop that I would watch out for you. But I can't stand by and let you live your life like this any longer.
I think I've made the best of things given the circumstances.
If this Borg mess has taught me anything, it's that we just can't live like that.
What do you mean, Terry?
Because Pumpkin ducked? Alright, baby.
No, because Donald ducked.
Ah, Donald ducked. I get it. Alright, go play, baby.
Bishop felt that you were
Oh, that's a cute picture right there of you and your kid, I'm assuming.
destined.
I'm hoping. Baby, we're playing. We're doing something. Hey. Hey. You're beautiful. Did you know that? Good. Right there. I'm hoping that's you and your kid. Changes the
I
dynamics.
wish I
if
had
it's
his
not.
temperament. His wisdom. He knew exactly what it meant to be a Starfleet captain.
He felt that you had a greater destiny. And with the fleet
Donald Trump wants his hair back. That's awesome.
destroyed, we're going to need as many symbols of hope as possible. People need hope.
I used to have hope. I used to have faith.
Is it just me, or does this have like a 20s like detective vibe, where it's like someone comes up and it's like, hey, we can take care of it, and then the universe like goes black and white, and it's like, I used to believe that we could take care of it in a world where guns weren't needed, but now the bullet of justice enters into the fabric of time, which saves the Avalon universe. Is that just me, or is that the...
And then I lost Emily. And something happened.
See you, Nathan. Thanks for coming by.
I became a bit colder. A little more bitter. I don't think I fully realized that it happened.
By the way, something cool is a little bit of an addition that nobody notices, but I know because I'm trying to... sound is actually a really important thing in fan films. I really appreciate the fact that you have the ship running in the background. You may not notice it, but your brain did, and that's actually a really nice touch.
I don't think I ever recovered from it.
Film noir is what it is.
But seeing how everyone handled the situation, not knowing if Earth was invaded or if Starfleet was even around, but still wanting to help each other out, that it really helped restore a little bit of my faith that I had lost.
I get where you're going for. No budget productions. I think maybe the dialogue's a little heavy. I get where you're going.
It gave me some of that faith back.
Then, Captain Menard, you are offered command.
You know, it's been a long time since I've ever been able to feel. And when I saw the Borg just rip people apart and assimilate, and I had to leave a family, a wife, her husband, and her son, and I told them to eat their son, I don't know that I can exist anymore as a human being. Well, Captain, thanks so much. You did a great job. The reaction between the two. I love the reaction between the two. Sorry.
Give me some of that faith back.
Captain Menard, you are offered command of the Constar.
You just bared your soul. You lost faith. You got a little bit back through helping people. Doesn't acknowledge the social cues that this is someone who's going through a rough time at all. That is the perfect Starfleet admiral. Let me just say, nailed it when it comes to Starfleet admirals. That it could be in any licensed property. I'm not even joking. That is exactly how Starfleet admirals react.
Help be the backbone of the Federation, and a reminder of the spirit in which we thrive.
I'm not looking down at a script at all.
And more importantly, to continue to save lives and help shape the destiny of others. Are you up to this challenge?
Admiral.
Thanks so much for the support, Cedric. I don't think this is depressing. I think this is one of the best things I've ever seen all day.
I think I am.
Very good. Then ride the tiger and do us proud.
Yeah.
Ramses, out.
Ride that tiger. That's fantastic.
Enter. Dixie said you wanted to see me, sir.
Let's cut to the chase, Commander. We're in a unique position right now. Starfleet needs...
The hell did he look down at? Let's cut to the chase, and then he looks down. I don't think the captain or the commander meant what you think he meant. I love that Avalon shirt right there, by the way. Is that an Avalon shirt?
...to rebuild.
I can't imagine.
After rescuing everyone, Starfleet has decided to keep the Constar going. A symbol of hope. I've been going over your record, and nothing stands out. That's not uncommon. I see that you're a liaison for the Bordock. They're not easy to deal with.
No, they're not.
Something that has stood out to me is you. Your actions here. You mentioned that you're a diplomat.
Atheist.
I think the Constar can use one of those. Everything I've seen. Everything I've heard. I need someone I can trust.
So what did he do that's a diplomat?
I think I'd like that.
Before you accept,
I'd like that very much.
understand that I'm not your typical captain. To me, there's nothing more important than the trust that's based on friendship.
For everything we've been through, I think our friendship's going to be the stuff of legend.
Good. And the first order of business is to find a medical staff. We're severely understaffed.
You know, I think I know just the guy.
Then welcome on board the Constar, Commander.
Thank you, Captain.
So it's interesting that you have an atheist shirt on in universe. So we talked about this before. I don't know if you were here for that. The clothing itself, I'm not going to get too worked up about, nor do I really think anyone should. If you look at the shirts that are used in the movies, basically it's brown, beige, and green. That's what every civilian wears. And maybe gray if you're fighting the Orion Syndicate. Now you can buy clothes like that, but that's like going to Walmart and spending $50 or going to Kohl's spending $50 to $100 per person you want to put in civilian clothing. So using modern, contemporary, we should say, clothing, I don't have an issue with. And in fact, I don't have an issue with the atheist symbol there. It's just interesting. In the original series, we know that religion still existed. Hey, girls. Sorry, guys, it's winter break. In the original series, we know that religion still existed, right? And so there were atheists. Scotty, in fact, was an atheist. So having an atheist symbol, I think, is intriguing. I don't know if you bring them in here. I'd be interested to see if you had anyone religious to kind of bounce off of. It'd be kind of neat if in this series we see religious people and atheist people working together and not having any issues. I don't know if you do that, but that'd be interesting. Love how you grab onto that console. Sorry, 1 second, guys. What's up? You were trying to exercise using a bingo game?
No, like a jump rope. My jump rope.
Hey, Lori, why'd you take her jump rope?
I thought she was playing.
Can she play with it? There you go. Diplomacy. Go play with your jump rope. This does have a very motion picture feel. I'd agree with that.
If only my family could see me now.
I'm sure they'd be proud.
Yeah, their deaths wouldn't be in vain.
You're not alone, Reese. You're part of Starfleet now.
Thanks for giving me a chance.
If you did this on your phone, if I can make one suggestion, I would either suggest getting an adapter so that you can use mics that you can put right above them, or using lavaliers. There are ways to hide it. You may already know this. You may fix it in the future, or you may decide not to go with it, but that's just my suggestion.
Thank Captain Menard. You know, you were instrumental in making this happen. What you did down there, you could have saved the ship. Now, stand back, and you can learn something.
Captain, we just got the last shipment in, and we're all stocked up now.
Everything up to snuff, Doctor?
Well, she's old, she creeps, and she smells. But other than that, we're pretty good.
Like mothballs and polygons. Miss Bartley, take us out. Engage.
Very Kirk and
Space.
McCoy.
The vast unknown. This is the journey of the USS Constar. Forgotten by time. Forged by fate. To deal with what no one else will.
So an origin story. Let's see if there's a post-credit. Yeah, let's see this post-credit thing real quick. Okay.
Menard Devon. I don't think that anyone is this far out, but I think that we better head back.
I agree, Captain. There is no sign of him. There is something I'd like to confide with you, though.
I've loved you all my life, Captain, and while we're here alone, I think that we should be together.
What is that?
I have been looking into your network of friends.
What are you...
Captain, there's no need to lie. I understand what you're doing. Trying to help others and keep the quadrilithium out of reach.
Who have you told this to?
No one, sir, but there are those who are looking themselves. But you know this. These people, they'll hate you if you ever connect the dots.
Some things are unavoidable.
I have to report to Commander Mickle.
Does Commander Mickle know that she is a distant relative to your dead wife?
A relative to your dead wife?
There are things I'd rather keep to myself.
I understand. I'm fascinated by it all.
I appreciate your discretion.
Not everyone will. And those people are coming for you, even if they don't know who you are yet.
Let them come. Where my friends are concerned. I don't give up.
Okay. That was... That's just bad placement of that cup, isn't it? So an origin story is effectively what that was. I don't hate it. Let me say that. I don't think having a Constitution class ship in active service makes a lot of sense, even when you consider the upgrades and stuff. Because one of the things you can say is that the ships are made modular throughout the series so that they can be upgraded. In theory, you could upgrade, you just still have the weaknesses of the hull. While I personally don't think it would make a lot of sense to have a Constitution class stay, I could see an admiral doing that. I think I've talked about this beforehand. One of the reasons I don't think Janeway is in a prison is because it makes more political sense to make her a hero than the criminal, the war criminal that she actually is. So I could see them doing that. I think it's a really interesting origin story. And again, and I don't mean this in a bad way, from an amateur standpoint, I think it was put together pretty well, especially if it was done on a phone. I cannot believe that. I think that is excessively good. I don't know. So I need to do lunch, and I think the girls need some time to hang out outside of this. Do we want to continue doing this? I challenge you to a PvP in Star Trek Online. Yeah, you'll win. Besides the fact that Star Trek Online doesn't do PvP all that well, I don't have any ships that could win any fights. Do we want to continue doing this when I get back? Or do we want to just talk about other things? I actually enjoy watching this, but what are your guys' thoughts? Should we continue on with this? Also, if you gave money, definitely let me know, because that can go to fund different projects. So let me know what project you want that to go towards. Constitution class can be used as a trading ship. Well, I don't disagree that you could use it as a trading ship or behind the lines, but this kind of gives the impression that it's going to be used on the front lines. And in fact, in future episodes, you're going to see the ship utilized in frontline tactics. So let me know. It's probably not going to be today because it's last minute and because I don't have anything planned. But at some point, I'm going to try to get no budget productions on just so we can have conversation and some real talk. But yeah, so I'm going to give it a couple of seconds. Let me know. I tell you what, put 1 in chat if you'd like to continue breaking down the fan film series of the USS Constar. Or 2 if we should go into something else. Don't worry, whatever you guys want to do. Don't let the fact that no budget productions here impact you either. He's a good guy. He'd understand. War Crimes did get Voyager home, though. I would agree completely with that. War Crimes is how Voyager got home. They are still war crimes, nonetheless. Let me see while I'm waiting for you guys to respond, because it takes forever. Tell me, why is Janeway a war criminal? That's a wonderful question. That was when she, when she killed Tuvix in cold blood. That was probably a war crime. Well, it may not be a war crime, but she's a criminal. She has completely destroyed civilizations, left people to die and falter. She's really a bad person in her overall work, in my opinion. Lucky Cardies and that Janeway in the Delta. Imagine her during war. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to fight Janeway in war. The Cardassians in Dominion got lucky. She got left in the Delta Quadrant. I'd agree with that. So was this made before Axanar screwed the rules for everyone? I think it was. War crimes make the universe go around. Most people appear to be wanting to see it, so I guess we'll continue. 54 people watching. So these productions, I thought these productions were made a few years back, no budget. I know you uploaded them this month, but I thought they were made a few years back. When was Janeway and the Federation involved in a war? Well, the Federation goes into wars all the time. There were several Klingon Dominion wars. Several Klingon Federation wars. The Dominion War was a biggie. So, sorry I was late. VOD was okay. Fun to watch, even having no clue what's going on. Stunning. That was a cell phone recording. Yeah. All right, so I guess we'll continue on. I'll be coming back in a little bit, and we'll continue on with the USS Constar. I'm trying to figure out a way to stream all day, but do something that you guys find entertaining. And I'm just looking for different options, you know. Most of these were made within a year and a half. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Okay. She violated temporal law. She did. Just popped in to wish you a Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Brian. Brian J. 1962, I've known for like 5 or 6 years. He knows my previous channels. One of the few people that do. Hey, you want to go get something to eat soon?
Yeah.
I don't think they can see you. Oh, yeah, they can.
Can we tell you something?
That depends. What do you want to tell me?
We'll tell you after. Yeah.
Okay. Did something happen? Something break? Or?
Yes.
What broke?
The TV, but we can still watch something. We're sorry. Yeah.
You broke the TV?
Well, not completely. No.
Well, then that just makes it all better that we don't completely break the TV.
Yeah, and we can still watch stuff on it, so that's good.
All right. Well, it sounds like I need to have something addressed.
Are we going to get grounded? Yeah.
Yeah, probably, yes. There's probably negative consequences to breaking a expensive piece of equipment. Yes. This is why I don't do live streams. I will still probably be back in about an hour or two after I address some fun stuff. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next Lore Reloaded.